guys, welcome to today's video. We are going to be reviewing yet again another eyeshadow palette. I feel like eyeshadow palettes are like pretty much the only thing coming out right now. At least it feels that way anyways. I don't order a lot from Kylie Cosmetics. I think I've only ordered a few things from her. I've tried a lip kit, I've tried one of her eyeshadow palettes, and I think that's pretty much it. When I saw this particular palette though, and this particular lip kit, I was actually really inspired and intrigued. It looked absolutely beautiful, and I was like, okay, this is one of the rare moments that I really feel like I need to try something from Kylie Cosmetics. So what I'm talking about and what I have in front of me is the Burgundy Extended palette. So this just released, I want to say about, I think like a week ago or so. It's very, very new. And I also picked up the Kylie lip kit. So this is the lip kit named Kylie. She said this is a new formula, and it's one of the first kits that comes with a lip liner that is actually slightly darker than the actual lipstick that comes in it. So what we're going to do is we are obviously going to do like a first impressions demo with the palette. I will do some swatches for you guys, and then we will create a look together. I have not used this palette at all. I have dipped into some of the colors just to kind of see the color payoff, to kind of get an idea of what I'm working with, but I have not put them on my eyes yet. So I'm super excited. The shades are beautiful. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the video. All right, so here is the unit carton. This is what the palette comes in. If you flip it over on the back, hope my camera is focusing right now, you can see all of the shade names and the ingredients. One thing I can really respect in a palette is when talc is not the first ingredient, and that is the case with this. Talc is not the first ingredient with these shadows. In fact, I think some of the shades don't have talc in them at all. A couple of them do. I just want to note that. Now, this palette feels very, very heavy. I don't know if it's the mirror inside or what, but this is like the heaviest eyeshadow palette that I own, with the exception of the Urban Decay Born to Run palette, but it's like on par with that. So of course you've got the plastic protector to keep the shadows away from the mirror, and in this palette you get a very generous large size mirror, which I love. The outside of the package says Kylie, like in a matte finish. As you can see, I hope the camera is picking that up. And again, if you flip it back over on the other side, you have the shade names. Again, the shade names are not printed on the palette, which isn't my favorite thing in the world, but it's not a make or break. I'm here for the shadow and the formula, not for the shade names to be printed on the inside of the palette. So here are what the shades look like. So there was two extended palettes that launched. There was this one, and then there was the Peach Extended. That one looked gorgeous, but you guys, I have so many peach shades, and let's be real, I have so many eyeshadow shades in general, but there was just something about this one. I'm really into these like berry, mauvey, burgundy tones that are absolutely stunning, and I love the look of this shade down here, which I will get into in just a moment, but I am a sucker for kind of just like a champagne shade. I love that on the lids. It is like my all-time classic favorite. So we're gonna go ahead and go through some swatches here. So we are gonna start with the top row. My sister's calling me. Hello? Hey, what's up? I'm actually filming right now. I could put you on speakerphone. Okay, bye. All right, back to the swatches. So we'll start with the first row. So this is the shade Tokyo, which, oh, I love this. It's like a metallic lavender, super pretty. I absolutely love that shade. Then we have the shade Scarlet, which is a matte shade. Now, one thing I noticed that these mattes are really pigmented and really creamy, buttery smooth. So obviously I'm a fan of that. Another matte shade, we have Ladybug. Then we have the shade Burgundy. That one's a little patchy as well. Then we've got the shade Dirty Wine. This is a metallic. That is really pretty. And we have the shade Brick. This is a matte shade. That is beautiful. Then my favorite shade, this is the shade Morocco. This is like that kind of champagne. Oh, look at that. That is so beautiful. I cannot wait. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna create a look using that. Then we have another matte, the shade Penny. That swatched like a dream. Okay, so this is the shade Candy Apple. This one's like a satin finish. It's matte, but it has like some micro reflex of glitter in it. Then we have the shade Dubai. I think I have this shade in like 900 different palettes, I'm not gonna lie. Or Dubai 2 it's called. Then we have Houston. This is a metallic shade. Really gorgeous. And then last we have Bordeaux. Now this one feels very chalky, but it is very pigmented. So there are all the shades in the palette. I'm overall impressed with the swatches. Some of them looked a little bit patchy. I know that with some purple or burgundy shades, they can tend to be a little bit on the patchy side, but again, we will see how they blend on the lid. So let's just go ahead and jump into it and create a look. So I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you guys can get a good idea of how the Burgundy Extended Palette performs. All right, so now that you guys are nice and zoomed in, let's go ahead and get some of these shades on the eye. So I think I'm actually gonna start off with, and I'm gonna try my best with the shade names because again, they're not printed on the shadows. I think I'm gonna start off with this shade right here, Scarlet. As you can see, there is a little bit of kick up there, but nothing out of the ordinary. I'm gonna start off using my favorite brush. This is the Morphe M433. I tapped my brush. Let's talk about this. And it looks like all of the shadow has almost fallen off. All right, let's try that again. Picking up the shade Scarlet. Blend that and get that all in the crease and kind of all over the lid as my base / transition shade. All right, so my first impression of this shade right here, this is reading a lot more pink on the lid to me versus like mauve-y. It's not super exact to what's in the pan, but I still love the shade. I think it's really beautiful. It blended wonderfully. It's pigmented. And again, it didn't take a lot to get this to blend on the lid. So let's go ahead and work on deepening up the crease. I think I'm gonna go in with this shade here, the shade Penny. I'm gonna take the JH33 brush, work that right into the crease. I don't want to fluff this shade out too much. I just kind of want to start deepening up the crease and adding some dimension. I love to put like 9,000 different eyeshadow shades in the crease. Totally not necessary, but you know, when I'm testing out a palette, that's kind of where we're at. I try to test out as many of the shades as possible. All right, so this one is blending effortlessly as well. I'm really impressed so far. Please excuse the background noise if there is. I try to cut it out as much as possible. I live right across the street from some sort of like preschool or something, and they're having some sort of event today, and it's super loud, screaming kids out there, so I apologize if you can hear it. I think I'm gonna pick up a little bit more of that shade Penny with my brush, just to kind of really see what we're working with. This is a gorgeous shade. This is one of those shades that I could see myself using like every single day. It's just like popping into the crease, all over the lid, and it'd be one and done, something really easy and simple for work. I'm not noticing really any fallout either. So let's go ahead just one step further and deepen up that crease just a little bit more. I'm gonna take my BH No. 7 Cosmetics brush. I'm gonna dip into the shade Brick right here. Now this little detailer brush is a lifesaver if you have hooded eyes, because it's small enough to get into the crease without creating harsh lines. This one is packing a punch. You do not need to pick up a lot on your brush. All right, so far, first impressions, the consensus of this palette is super pigmented, super blendable, easy to use, and I'm really loving the shades. I am not noticing really any patchiness or anything like that. It's just really easy to use so far. All right, so let's work on that outer corner. I'm gonna pick up my Sigma E47, again, another small detailer brush that is perfect if you have hooded eyes. And I think I'm gonna pick up this dark shade down here, Bordeaux. Hello Pigment. That shade is almost like velvety. It's like has texture to it, and I barely picked anything up. You guys, look at that. Holy smokes, Kylie. And it's not even like patchy, it's just super pigmented. It's buffing right out. Wow, I am really impressed with that. This is looking so pretty. You do not, oh my gosh, like I just picked up way too much again. You do not need a lot of this shade. It is super pigmented. It packs a punch. And for the type of shade that it is and how deep it is, oh my God, is it blendable? I was really nervous that I'd have a hard time blending it because of the consistency and the texture of it, but it's blending out pretty effortlessly. I think I'm gonna go in first with Dirty Wine. This shade right, where is it? This shade right here. We're gonna start with that. I'm gonna kind of put that like right here, kind of on the center of the lid, and kind of blend it into that darker Bordeaux shade. I'm gonna use a flat shader brush. This is the JH41, and I'm gonna try it first dry. I just kind of wanna see what it's like without even spraying it first. That is beautiful. I didn't even get my brush wet. It's like the consistency and the blendability of these shadows and the ease of use so far. I am in love. Just like, look how like blended that is. It's just blending so nicely, you guys. I know I keep saying that. Like, it just wants to blend right into that shade. This is like one of the easiest eye looks I've ever done. Like, this just doesn't take any effort at all. I think the other thing I really enjoy about this palette is again, the color story and the way that the shades are laid out. I am gonna spray my brush from Morocco though. I think that it just makes it easy to use, especially for someone who, you know, has a harder time, you know, like playing with shadows, or they get overwhelmed by looking at certain shades and they're not quite sure, you know, what colors to use or coming up with a look. I think that that's what's nice about this one. Okay, impressed again. This Morocco shade looks just as stunning as I thought it would. I don't even think you need to do much to get these metallics to go on. Like, this side I wetted it and it definitely does pack more of a punch, but I actually think I like the texture and the dimension of the shadow without getting the brush wet. I think I kind of like how they blend like that. I'm gonna spray it just to even things up because I don't want my other eye looking way more metallic than the other one. Still looks beautiful nonetheless. You guys, this look is gorgeous. I am obsessed. Like, if I could wear this eye look every day, I totally would. So let's get something on the inner corners. I'm gonna take this brush here, the JH38. I'm gonna use the shade Morocco to highlight the inner corners. Look at that. The color payoff is just blowing my mind. I think the reason why I'm acting so shocked, I don't want to act like I'm so shocked that like a Kylie Cosmetics item would be good. I think it's because I tested the Naughty palette last year and I really liked it. And I always said that it kind of, you know, made me want to try more of her products. But this is just like next level good. Like, I have to be honest. So I'm going to take the JH40 brush and I'm going to dip back into the shade Scarlet, the shade here that we started off with. I'm going to drag that on the lower lash line. I'm not worried about smoking this out too much. Do I want to leave it like that and leave it kind of soft? I think I do. I think I really enjoy that. So I'm going to go ahead and pop on some mascara and then we'll be right back and then we will play with that lip kit. Let's move on to the lip kit. So this is the Kylie lip kit in the shade Kylie. Again, it comes with the liquid lipstick and the liner. It says for best result, fill in your lips with the lip liner, then top with one coat of the matte liquid lipstick. So here's what the set looks like. So let's go ahead and do a quick swatch here so you can see what the lipstick looks like. So here is the doe foot applicator. I'm sure you guys are very familiar. Sorry, I'm trying to look here to see how I can swatch this. Well, let's just go like this. All right, so that is the liner on the bottom, and then on top you have the Kylie lipstick. I'm a little afraid of this. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like we could create an ombre look, but I'm not really used to using a darker lip liner and then using a lighter lipstick, but there's a first time for everything, so let's just do it. All right, so I'm gonna line the lips starting with the lip liner. So far I do have to say I really like the color of the lip liner on its own even, which is awesome, and this is very buttery smooth, very easy to put on. Okay, 100% yes on this lip liner. This lip liner, the formula is amazing. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. Like I said, this is not my first time trying a Kylie lip kit, but this is the first time that did she change the formula list too? I don't know, but that is super easy to put on. All right, so let's go ahead and try on the lipstick. Super opaque, easy one swipe color. This oddly goes together. Like I said, I was a little bit afraid of using the darker lip liner with the actual liquid lipstick, but I'm kind of digging it. It gives like some dimension. It almost gives like a really easy ombre look. So I really like it. I think the shade goes perfect with this eyeshadow palette. Again, it's very neutral, but I think it's kind of like a step up. It's unique. I really like it, and dried down quick. My lips don't feel super dry. I really like it. So you guys, final thoughts. This palette is a total yes. I am obsessed. I really can't express to you enough how much I enjoyed using this eyeshadow palette. The colors are stunning. The metallics are insane. 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 You don't even have to get your brush wet. They just look so beautiful. I love the texture. The mattes are blendable, creamy, pigmented. The lip kit is stunning. Again, my lips don't feel like they're super dry, so whatever she did to change the formula, total yes. I love the lip liner. It went on so easily. It makes me want to buy more of the Kylie lip liners separately from the lip kits because I am kind of obsessed with this formula. So there you guys have it. Is this new release of Kylie, the extended palette as far as the Burgundy one goes, and the Kylie lip kit worth it? 110% yes. I'm actually going to come out and say that if you don't have any shades like this in your collection, get this palette. So yeah, there you guys have it. I am in love. I cannot wait to dive into this palette more and create even more looks with it because I am like, okay, I love it. I love it. I'm going to say it enough. I've said it enough. I love the palette. It's super good. It's awesome. I think it's worth giving a try and checking out because this eye look, I am obsessed, and I could rock this eye look with this lip color every single day. It is that stunning. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I have tons of new makeup reviews coming up here. I'm going to be reviewing the new BH Cosmetics Royal Affair palette. I'm going to be reviewing the Sultry palette. I'm going to also be reviewing a new collection launching on the Shop Hush website. What else is there? There is also the James Charles palette coming out, which I was like, I'm not sure if I want it, but the more that I looked at it, I was like, yeah, I need to have that palette. Oh, and the Dose of Colors Pretty Cool, cool toned 5-pan eyeshadow palette with the Toasty Liquid Lip collection. So lots of new stuff coming your way. So be sure to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss any of those reviews. Give this video a huge thumbs up if you like it, share it, and of course, be sure to leave me a comment down below. Tell me what's up, how's your weekend going, and let me know what you think of this Kylie collection. I love you guys so much, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye.